Have you ever noticed how some men don't chase women, yet women can't stop thinking about them? They don't text every hour, they don't compliment endlessly, and they don't try to prove their worth. Still, when they walk into a room, something shifts. Women glance, they adjust their posture, their tone softens. You might call it confidence, but it's deeper than that. It's psychological. Welcome to Be Feminine, where we uncover the hidden patterns of female attraction so you can understand women not through guesswork, but through psychology. In this video, you're about to learn 7 powerful psychological tricks that make any woman feel drawn to you not through chasing, not through pretending, but through energy, presence, and awareness. These aren't pickup tactics. These are human truths based on how the female mind responds to a man who truly lets begin. 1. The power of mystery. You've heard the phrase, women love mysterious men, but most people don't understand why. See, women are emotionally wired to feel before they think. Their attraction grows from curiosity, not clarity. When you reveal everything too soon, your plans, emotions, and motives, you remove her ability to wonder. And curiosity is the spark that ignites attraction. Imagine you meet a man who's warm but reserved, calm but unreadable. You want to know more. That's what a woman feels around a man who holds mystery. He becomes an emotional puzzle she wants to solve. So how do you create that? You stop over-explaining. You stop trying to impress. You give just enough for her to feel your depth, but not enough for her to define you. Let her experience silence after your words. Let her wonder what you're thinking when you smile slightly but say nothing. Because in that pause, she's replaying the moment in her mind, and every replay deepens attraction, understands her subconscious desires. Never confuse mystery with manipulation. It's not about pretending, it's about allowing her imagination to participate in the connection. And when her imagination is involved, her emotions follow naturally. 2. Selective attention. Now here's a subtle truth. Every woman wants attention, but not from every man. What makes your attention valuable isn't how much you give, it's how rare and focused it is. When a man gives a woman constant validation, texting nonstop, complimenting her beauty repeatedly, reacting to everything she posts, he unknowingly lowers his emotional value. Because in her mind, attention that's always available loses meaning. But when your attention is selective, it becomes addictive. You compliment her not because she's beautiful, but because she made a smart observation. You notice her effort, her confidence, her emotional presence, things other men overlook. That's when your attention feels earned, not given away. And psychologically, what's earned feels more rewarding. Here's the secret. Selective attention mirrors emotional discipline. It says, I notice beauty, but I don't lose myself in it. That message is magnetic to a woman's subconscious because it shows you're not under her spell, you're in control of your focus. And women are naturally drawn to men whose attention feels intentional, not desperate. So next time you interact with a woman you like, shift your attention from quantity to quality. Instead of chasing her with words, observe her with presence. Let your silence communicate more than compliments ever could. When you give her a small but meaningful moment of recognition and then pull your energy back, she'll feel a sudden gap. And that gap makes her curious. It makes her miss your attention. That's the beginning of emotional gravity, when she starts noticing your absence more than your presence. What most men don't realize is that attraction doesn't begin with chasing or convincing, it begins with energy management. The man who can hold his energy, who can choose when and how to give it, that's the man every woman finds fascinating. Because deep down, women don't just want attention, they want to earn it. And when they do, it becomes something they protect and crave more of. Now that you understand the power of calm presence and emotional composure, it's time to take it deeper. Because attraction doesn't stop at noticing you, it builds inside her mind, often without her even realizing it. This is where psychology gets fascinating. Women are wired to respond to emotional cues more than words. Their brain releases chemicals like dopamine, the feel-good hormone, whenever something excites curiosity, unpredictability, or desire. And if you know how to subtly trigger these feelings, you create a magnetic pull that keeps her thinking about you long after you've left the room. Here's psychological trick number 3, emotional variation. Most men act the same way around women: predictable, consistent, and emotionally flat. But predictability is boring. Emotional variation, the skill of gently mixing calmness with occasional surprise, humor with depth, sparks dopamine. Think of it like this: when she laughs at your joke, smiles at your calm demeanor, or feels intrigued by a subtle tease, her brain starts releasing tiny bursts of dopamine. Those tiny bursts add up, and her subconscious starts associating you with excitement, curiosity, and a sense of reward. Here's a simple way to apply it. During conversation, mix moments of attentive listening with subtle unpredictability. React with mild surprise, pause before responding, or add an unexpected insight. Don't force it. Keep it natural. The goal isn't to confuse her. It's to create a memorable emotional experience she can't ignore. Next is psychological trick number 4, the power of absence. This may sound counterintuitive. You might think, if I want her to like me, I need to be around her all the time. But women don't crave constant presence. They crave value, and nothing signals value like scarcity. When you're not always available, when you maintain your own priorities, hobbies, and life outside of her, she starts noticing the moments she doesn't have you. That absence triggers reflection. She thinks about your energy, your attention, and even the calm confidence you radiate. Absence isn't about playing games. It's about maintaining emotional independence. And when she senses that you're a man who values himself and his time, she naturally wants to be part of that world. Here's a tip. After spending time together, give her space. Don't rush to text or follow up immediately. Let her feel the subtle pull of your energy being away. Her mind will fill in the gaps with curiosity. What is he doing? Why does he feel so calm? Why am I thinking about him? Then comes psychological trick number 5, social proof without bragging. Women are subconsciously attracted to men who are desired by others. It's called preselection, the idea that humans evaluate value based on social validation. But here's the key. You don't need to announce it. Let her see it naturally. When other people enjoy your company, when friends respect you, when women notice you without you trying it, signals worthiness. She begins to think, if others value him, maybe there's something special here. This isn't arrogance. It's subtle influence through your lifestyle, your demeanor, and the way you carry yourself. Social proof works silently but powerfully. Finally, psychological trick number 6, the pause that connects. Silence is underrated. Most men fear pauses in conversation, so they fill every moment with words or jokes, but pauses create anticipation. A well-timed pause makes her lean in, wonder what you're thinking, and feel emotionally engaged. Combine this with selective attention, noticing her subtly, reacting intentionally, and speaking with purpose, and you create a dopamine loop. She experiences a cycle of reward, curiosity, anticipation, emotional satisfaction, then more curiosity. Over time, this loop strengthens her attraction to you, often faster than anything you could say. Authentic confidence is the invisible force that makes a man magnetic without him trying. It's not about arrogance, flashy displays, or proving your worth. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, knowing your value, and moving through the world without needing validation from others. Here's the psychology behind it. Women are highly attuned to subtle cues. They notice posture, tone, gaze, and the energy a man carries. Confidence isn't something you announce, it's something you radiate naturally. A confident man doesn't over-explain, over-apologize, or over-chase. He simply exists in a calm, grounded state that signals security and self-assurance. When a woman senses this type of confidence, it triggers respect and attraction simultaneously. Her subconscious thinks, this man is stable. He doesn't need me to feel worthy. He's already complete. And here's the paradox: the less a man needs her, the more she desires him. 7. The subtle power of non-reactivity. This trick is simple, yet most men fail at it completely. Non-reactivity means not letting her words, mood swings, or small tests shake your calm energy. Imagine she teases you, flirts with someone else, or pulls away slightly. Most men panic, overtext, or over-explain. But when you remain composed when you smile, maintain eye contact, and respond with calm curiosity instead of tension, you send a powerful message. Your energy isn't dependent on her reaction. Women are wired to respect emotional stability. A man who doesn't react to small provocations demonstrates self-control and strength. That stability is magnetic. She may even push your boundaries intentionally, testing whether you'll chase, but your calm response only makes her desire you more. When combined, these 7 principles form a psychological framework that subtly but powerfully influences female attraction. She begins to think about you, wonder about you, and emotionally gravitate toward you often without realizing why. And here's the thing: most men never understand. Attraction is emotional, not logical. It doesn't matter how smart your words are or how perfectly you phrase compliments. What matters is how you make her feel. Most men focus on what they can do to make her like them: gifts, jokes, and constant validation. But attraction doesn't work that way. Women respond to how you exist in the world, to your energy, your mindset, and the subtle signals you send through behavior. A man who chases, overtexts, or reacts emotionally teaches her nothing but instability. A man who remains calm, mysterious, selective, and confident creates desire that feels irresistible because it's rooted in her psychology, not in manipulation. When you talk to a woman, don't focus on impressing her with words. Instead, focus on listening, observing, and responding intentionally. Use selective attention, notice what she says, reflect it back subtly, and make her feel understood. For example, if she talks about a challenge at work, you don't need to solve it. Simply acknowledge it. That sounds intense. You handled it really well. That kind of recognition shows you're present, attentive, and emotionally intelligent, and it triggers attraction. Don't answer every question fully. Give small hints about your life, your thoughts, or your plans, but leave room for curiosity. When she senses there's more to uncover, her mind starts replaying your words, wondering about the hidden layers. Curiosity is addictive. The same rules apply to texting. Most men make the mistake of over-texting, explaining too much, or responding immediately every time she sends a message. That creates neediness and reduces attraction. Another practical tip: let her see that others value you without you boasting. Laughing with friends, being respected in social circles, and being naturally admired by others sends subtle signals of high value. Women pick up on these cues instinctively. Even small gestures count: friends greeting you warmly, people listening to your ideas, women noticing your energy. All of this enhances your perceived worth and activates natural attraction. Once you combine all these elements: calm presence, emotional control, mystery, selective attention, and consistent energy, attraction becomes effortless. She doesn't just like you, she respects you, and respect is a deeper form of desire than lust or curiosity alone. When she respects your time, your energy, and your life, she naturally wants to be part of it. She wants to share experiences, engage emotionally, and even chase your attention in subtle ways without you needing to ask for it. The ultimate way to sustain attraction is through emotional anchoring. Every interaction should leave her with a strong emotional memory, a laugh, a thoughtful pause, a moment where she felt seen or understood. These moments become anchors in her subconscious. She begins associating your presence with positive, addictive emotional responses. Over time, these anchors create a gravitational pull. She thinks about you naturally, misses your energy, and feels drawn to spend more time with you even if she initially claimed she wasn't interested. The key is subtlety. You don't need to overwhelm her with attention or dramatics. Small, intentional moments repeated consistently create deep, lasting attraction. When you integrate these principles, women begin to seek your presence subconsciously. They think about you when you're not around. They replay your energy and your moments together. And most importantly, they start feeling a magnetic pull toward you all without you chasing, performing, or trying too hard. This is the art of attraction, effortless, natural, and deeply psychological. When you master these principles, you don't make women want you. You allow their subconscious to respond to the man you already are. Now you know the psychological tricks that make a woman naturally want you without you having to chase or try too hard. Remember, attraction isn't about games or words. It's about presence, energy, and understanding how her mind works. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button. It tells me you want more videos like this. And don't forget to subscribe to Be Feminine and turn on notifications so you never miss a video that will give you the inside knowledge on female psychology and attraction. Comment below which trick you're going to start using. First, I love reading your thoughts and experiences. Stay confident, stay magnetic, and I'll see you in the next video.